What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good day, and I hope you're having a good week as always. I want to talk about 3 stories today while I have a little bit of time. First story I want to talk about is Jeffrey Epstein case. Of course, this is a huge case. He, committed suicide in jail. The cameras were malfunctioning. This is new. Reuters reporting that the cameras were now malfunctioning, and they're trying to figure out why. CNN and others have reported that the case is being dropped and dismissed. A lot of people are saying it's still going on. We're going to chat about that. Another thing that I tuned out of Twitter for a week. I was in Alaska. I still am. But I wasn't really paying attention, and I guess Comey was let off the hook. And once again, some people are saying that he's going to get charged. Other people are losing hope. We're going to chat about that. And the third thing I want to chat about that I'm excited to chat about is an NFL player, Larry Johnson, an ex-NFL player. He apparently tweeted, I saw it. He did like a 3-part tweet, and he said that the NFL and the NBA have an agenda, an LGBT agenda to effeminate men, and they said it's coming from he said it's coming from Freemasons. This is the type of talk I want in the NFL. In an era where they're doing, in my perspective, fake social justice with Jay-Z. They're like, look how not racist we are. Oh, look how not racist we are. We're going to sell a bunch of t-shirts that say I'm a social justice activist. I like my man Larry Johnson sounding off saying they're trying to make us women, and it's the Freemasons doing it. That's a fun one. It's interesting to see NFL player break against the mold. So those are the 3 stories. We're going to talk about Epstein. We're going to talk about Comey. And we're going to talk about my man Larry Johnson sounding off against what he considers the Freemasons and the effeminate LGBT agenda. Very fun. I'm going to pin this to the top real quick, guys. Last chance. I see Paz. We got a Tulsa deplorable in the house. Last chance to get tickets for my live event. Today and tomorrow are probably the last days we're going to sell it. Then we're going to send out the location, everybody who got a ticket, and then I'll see you guys there. There's going to be a good crowd. We got live comedy. We got me talking. Hour and a half town hall to take like 30, 40 questions from the audience, maybe more, maybe less. Then we got 2 live debates, Bitcoin debate, vegan debate. It's going to be a great time, guys. We're launching something special, so come out to that event. And if you're in the SoCal area, last chance to get tickets. Literally, if you were thinking about coming in the SoCal area, you have like 48 hours to get tickets. That's not a sales pitch. That's the truth. So those are the 3 stories. Comey, Epstein, Larry Johnson sounding off against the NFL. Tickets are linked to the top if you'd like to come. And we're going to do shout-outs for a minute. So who we got? We got Angelita in the house. What's up? I got a little shine on my nose. It's the angle. We got Jared Bosch. Shout-out for Canada. Canada's in the house. Sally Jane said, so proud of you. Thank you, Sally. Trump can't get simple things done because of the deep state, said Greg. We're going to chat about it, and as always, have your own opinion, have your own perspective. I'm not overly opinionated about most things, and it's not a front. A lot of people say to me, Anomaly, pick a side. Anomaly, you're not. Trust me, if I feel a certain way, I'll tell you, but there's a few things that I don't do that a lot of other people do. I don't claim to know things I don't know. I say my perspective, and I leave it open. If I'm really sure about it, I'll tell you. If I'm not, I'll tell you. Most things, though, I'm not God. I'm not a politician. I'm not a law enforcement officer, so it's not my job to really be offended by everything. It's not my job to get my hopes up, and it's not really my job to even do what I'm doing. I mean, now it's technically is my job, but I don't have this big pride thing. So when I sit on the fence on topics and people accuse me of being a fence sitter, I just, that's kind of my perspective. I'm focused on myself. I'll tell you how I feel, but it's not a sports game to me. It's like, it is what it is. I flow like the water, like my man Bruce Lee said. He said, be like the cup, or be like water. You get it. I don't need to tell you what Bruce Lee said. Let's start it up. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Shondell. We're going to do a few more. Thank you, Levi. We're sounding off. Thank you, Francis. Thank you, Joe Pettis. Thank you, Sean McMahon. Thank you, Destin Dobson. Thank you, Chandra from Oregon. Thank you, Denise from Slidell, Louisiana. Andrea Cook says, I haven't lost hope. God bless you. Andy from Big Red One. Taylor Ludwig in the house. We got Sally Jane again. You're a true reporter. I'm not even trying to be, but unfortunately, the real reporting comes from the streets now. If we don't do it, they're not doing it on the television. Most media, even on the internet's not doing it. So we got to. Thank you. I know a lot of people make fun of this shirt, but I like it. It's got a hummingbird on it. Check this out. See that? It's like a hummingbird. I think it's cool, but I'm no fashionista, trust me. All right. First story I want to talk about is Jeffrey Epstein. So yesterday I saw in the news, first of all, I tuned out of the news pretty much for a week. It was excellent. I'm going to try to figure out a way, as I always do, to not get too caught up in the news, because I feel like they set the agenda, they set the narrative, and then we have to defend it or argue it. What if we just sidestepped and didn't talk about what they wanted us to talk about? That's why I'm starting with the one thing that nobody's really talking about anymore, which is the Jeffrey Epstein case. Yesterday, Reuters quickly reported that 2 of the cameras were malfunctioning. So remember what I said. Once again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not an agent. I'm not a cop. I'm not I'm not even really a news reporter. I would say I'm more of an analyst. But I'm not saying I know anything. But me as a citizen of this country that has the freedom of speech, I said if there's no video footage, I don't think he's dead. I'm not trying to put a big theory. Even the New York Times was like, I'm a conspiracy theorist on this one. We're like, I know. You also, apologize for the Iraq war, which you got us into. But anyway, I don't think I'm not saying I don't think he's dead, but if there's no video footage of it, why should I believe it? And now Reuters is coming out with the Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, the 2 cameras that were supposed to be in there were malfunctioning. So you got to think about in our country, he's probably one of the most high-profile prisoners we've had in the last couple of years, especially, with how many people perceive him to be connected to. How in the world do you let 2 cameras malfunction? And my question is, who's the enforcer here that can figure out what happened to those cameras? If I don't see video footage of it, I don't think he's dead. And I'm not being called a conspiracy theorist for it. This is a high-level prison, and the cameras malfunction. The guards are sleeping. They're off duty. Give me a break. Show me camera footage. If they don't have it, now they're saying that the cameras malfunction, so they're probably never going to show us camera footage. Not that I expected to see it in the first place, but it's official. Reuters, phony Reuters is saying it's officially mainstream that the cameras are malfunctioning. That was yesterday's Epstein news. And today, CNN, take it with a grain of salt because it is CNN, they said that charges are being dismissed. The judge is dropping the charges on Epstein. And here's my takeaway from the Epstein thing. 1, let me know what you think in the comments, but if I don't see video footage, I just don't think he's dead. I got to see some sort of proof, and if all the videos are malfunction, why should I believe anything about this story? I don't even understand. Maybe he's dead, maybe he's alive. I don't know. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. You're a conspiracy theorist. All the people involved in dropping the ball on that case. Secondly, this is a really bad look for everybody if nothing happens here, because my thing is, I'm not trying to blame Trump. I get it. Like, when he does something good, everyone gives him credit. You know what I'm saying? And he is the president. I'm not saying he's in charge of the prisons. I know a lot of people got mad at me for saying this, but I think this I'm not saying it's going to be. I'll give time. I have patience. But it's a huge stain, in my perspective, on Trump's legacy if he lets this slide. And I said this a few weeks ago and people got upset, but I'm going to say it again. I'm kind of tired of the jokes, and I have a lot of friends that do posting, and I have a lot of unique friends, a lot of talented friends, a lot of people who do different things and put their own spin on it. God bless everybody. But the people I follow on Instagram and Twitter, I feel like we're caught in this stupid loop. No offense, but I'm trying to break us out of it as friends. It's like Ilhan Omar, like the Clintons. I'm not saying you can't criticize Ilhan Omar and the Clintons. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you that. However, here's my thought. Trump is the president. He retweeted a Terrence Williams video of him joking about the Clintons killing Epstein, and Trump retweeted it. A year ago or 2 years ago, during the debate, that was funny to me. Him saying, I'm going to put you in jail. I was like, whoa, Donald Trump sticking it to Hillary Clinton. It's kind of like Bernie Sanders. When Bernie's like, Hillary, you're a terrible person. You've done all this criminal stuff. I was like, whoa, Bernie Sanders is really, stirring up the pot. But now, 3 years into the presidency, I still have patience. But the thing is, the Clinton jokes aren't funny to me anymore. It's like every conservative page I follow, it's like, ooh, Clinton did it, Clinton did the hurricane, Clinton did this. I'm not saying that she didn't do anything. Obviously, I barely even talk about her. My perspective is if I don't like somebody, I just don't even give them the time of the day. You rarely hear me talk about Hillary because that's my strategy to kind of not talk about people I don't like. However, if Trump is president and she did do it, the tweets and the jokes to me just aren't funny anymore. Where's the video footage? You don't have it. Where are the guards? They were sleeping. Where's your evidence? You don't have it. So what's the point of making Hillary Clinton jokes for 20 years? Either Trump's going to hold her accountable or he's not. Either General Barr is going to hold her accountable or he's not. Either someone else will hold her accountable for things she did do or they won't. What's the point of these jokes all over? It's like I get it, Ilhan Omar. I've heard every joke, 10 million times, but at the end of the day, either they're going to do something about it or they're not. And for this, if Clinton was involved, like Donald Trump joked about, you got to catch her eventually. It's like, what are we going to be, 80 years old? Oh, the Hillary Clinton jokes, and still people are dying left and right. It's like, if you think that's true, you need proof. If you don't have proof, you might as well just stop joking about it. It's like, I'm going to be on my porch when I'm 95 years old. I'm like, the hurricane's coming. It's probably Hillary Clinton again. It's like, catch her. If it's really her, catch her. If not, the jokes aren't funny anymore to me. What do you think? We're going to talk about Comey in a second, but to me, this Epstein thing is huge because it involves, this is not my perspective. I'm not an investigative journalist. I'm not a whistleblower. But according to mainstream news, it involves the royal family. It involves, Democrats and probably Republicans. It involves high-level people all over the world. Like, this could be a cornerstone moment, the Jeffrey Epstein case, that could have revealed the true evil, the true human trafficking, the true slavery, the true, child breeding and all this creepy stuff that's, like, way worse than anything that you could ever imagine. This was supposed to be it. They let the dude die in jail or escape from jail. They have no video footage, and Trump's just making jokes on Twitter. It's like, it's not, to me, it's just not funny anymore. You got to catch her. It's like with Ilhan Omar, they're like, ooh, she committed fraud, campaign fraud. I'm not going to guarantee you, but as a, passive thing, I guarantee you that no one's going to hold Ilhan Omar accountable for her campaign frauds, so you might as well stop talking about it. Who's going to do it? It's like every conservative account's like, Ilhan Omar committed campaign fraud where she paid. Then do something about it. If not, you might as well shut up. It's like, oh my God, she married her brother. She probably did. Maybe not, maybe so. I don't know. I didn't look into it, but do something about it. I'm not a politician. I'm not a cop. I don't work for law enforcement, so I do analysis. But it's like, if you can't do anything, what's the point? Someone said no one will hold her accountable. That's fine. Then let's stop pretending like we will. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying to give up or cry or be like a baby about it, but Donald Trump is the president. He said lock her up when he was, on the campaign trail. Everybody's been chanting lock her up. He jokes that she killed Epstein. The joke just doesn't make sense to me anymore. Either, where's the video footage of Hillary doing it? Oh, you don't have it? They're malfunctioned? Is Trump tweeting about it? No, he's tweeting about the Space Command. We haven't been to the moon since 1969, but Trump's got Space Command, which I'm not saying is not possible. I guarantee there is a way to, manipulate the Earth's atmosphere, like higher up, probably like 300, 400 miles an hour, and have, weapons up there. I'm sure Trump can do that, but it's like, dude, this Epstein thing is everything. Not everything, but in my perspective, huge stain on Trump's legacy. If he just lets this slide and just keeps, blah, 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 like just making, like, dude, it's not funny anymore. It's been 3.5 years. Like, I'm the king of Israel. Like, that's great. You could be the king of Israel. You could be the king of the United States. You could be the king of Canada. You could be the king of the UN. I don't like any of the, I don't like the UN. I don't like the EU. But if you're not going to actually do anything about Epstein and just ignore it and blow over like it never happened, I'm looking at him in a different light now. I'm like, this guy is just not doing what I thought he was going to do. I'm not a hater. I'm not crying about it. I'm probably not going to vote for a Democrat. I don't see that even happening. I never say never. I'll take it to the end and see who I think's the best, but it's a bunch of losers. And anybody who's not a loser on the Democratic Party, they're like, oh, let's kick them out of the debates so they can't win. It's like, okay, so you got like 10 losers, clowns up there, but you guys get it. Overall, Epstein thing, huge fail if this blows over, and if Trump doesn't talk about this more, I just don't even understand the point. Second thing I want to talk about is the James Comey situation. So a lot of people, and I'm not saying it's over, have patience, trust the plan, wait for 20 years if you want. I don't care what you do. I know people, Anomaly's a fake patriot because he doesn't trust the plan. Guys, I'm sitting in a hotel, just analyzing things. I'm not that special. I'm not Sean Hannity. I'm not Tucker Carlson. No one's paying me. You could easily ignore me or disagree with me. I legitimately don't care. I'm just saying how I feel. With Comey, everyone's been saying he's going to get prosecuted, and I've said the whole time, I've never seen, besides like Bill Cosby, who was probably a fall guy, and somebody else, I've never seen anybody rich or powerful get held accountable. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I would be blown away if James Comey got prosecuted. Everyone's like, he's going to Guantanamo Bay tomorrow. I'm like, people have been telling me this for 2 years. I'm like, I doubt it, but that would be great. I've said that for... It's like, I would love if... And I'm not saying if he's innocent, but obviously if he's guilty and they have crimes that James Comey committed, Hillary, all these people, hold him accountable. But once again, it looks like Comey's going to get off the hook. And, maybe he'll get held accountable. Maybe they'll push forward. Giuliani says so. I'm an actions guy. I've defended Trump so many times because I tell people it's not about what he says, it's about what he does. So if he hurts your little safe space feelings with his mouth, but then he's lowering unemployment and getting us out of, crappy trade deals, and he's actually a strong leader for once, sorry, your feelings take a secondary to actions. Trump's actions matter more than words. But it's the same thing with in the reverse direction. Giuliani and Trump, it's like, you've said you're going to hold them accountable. Either you will or you won't. So it's like, if they let Comey and all of them slide, I'm not mad. I'm not even surprised. I would have been more surprised if they did hold them accountable. But I know someone said they're not done with Comey. I'm sure they're not. There's a big case going on. But here's what I'll say. Do what you want. Have a good day. Enjoy your life. Make the most out of it. But I would say just don't get your hopes up. And I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm really not. Just like thinking that politicians are going to help you or the president, to me, it's a testy path. I see a lot of people getting upset, and I'm not trying to fuel a fire and say, yeah, rebel. I'm just saying don't get your hopes up. Like, for someone as high level as James Comey and Obama and Hillary to get held accountable would be would be mind-blowing. I would love to see it happen, but with the Epstein thing, this was huge. You got somebody that they're talking about is like a head pedophile with $1 billion, a private island that like all the politicians go to, all these people, all famous people, the writer for, The Simpsons, like all this stuff, flying on his plane and whatnot. And then they let the guy die in jail. And then they say that the video footage malfunctioned and the guards were sleeping. And no one said, Trump's not tweeting about it. He's tweeting about everything under the sun besides that. I'm not saying to give up faith. I'm just like, I don't know. I go by actions, not words. I've heard their words. I've seen Trump tweet 1,000 times about Russia collusion. I've said for 2 years, I've told you before anybody, maybe not, maybe like 3 people like me, Jimmy Dore, maybe Tucker Carlson, maybe Glenn Greenwald. Those are people on the left and right who told you this. The Russia collusion narrative was a lie from the beginning. I told you that. Jimmy Dore told you that. Glenn Greenwald told you that. We showed you proof 2 years ago. So if you followed our networks, you already know it was a lie. I've seen Trump tweet about it 1,000 times, which is fine, but it's like, are you going to hold the people accountable that did this? We know. You could watch me or Jimmy Dore or Glenn Greenwald, and we'll tell you exactly who did what, who lied. Hillary paid for a fake dossier from a foreign agent to write a fake thing about Trump that may or may not have been real, most likely was fake, to start an investigation, to weaponize an intelligence agency against Trump, wiretapping his people. This is highly illegal stuff. It's like either you're going to do something about it or not. We know everything about it. What don't we know about the Russia collusion narrative? They lied, they cheated, they put out their own fake news off of a fake dossier that they themselves funded to weaponize against somebody running against them for president. What didn't they do that's illegal? And you talk about Russia collusion. Hillary Clinton, the Uranium One deal, there's like 3 documentaries about it. New York Times wrote an article about it. She did a deal, her and other people signed off to give 20% of the U.S.'s uranium, give or take. I don't remember the number because it's been so long. And all of a sudden, hundreds of millions of dollars start flowing to her bank account. They cry when Trump does something small. Everything that they say Trump has done, they've done times 10 million. So all I'm saying is, at a certain point, either they got to do something about it or not. And I think people should, I won't say don't be hateful, don't be negative, don't be a crybaby about it, but you get what you buy into. And this is kind of what I've been talking about over the last months and getting a little backlash. It's kind of a trap. A lot of analysts, I don't like being mean, but they trap you because it's like, let's talk about the Democrats, how corrupt they are. Let's talk about Ilhan Omar. Let's talk about Hillary Clinton again. It's like, what's the point? And then you got the left, they're outraged about everything. And then you got your Republicans that are outraged over the outrage. Oh my goodness, the Washington Post said that the pumpkin spice latte is a genocidal flavor. It's like, we get it. The Washington Post sucks. CNN sucks. Huffington Post employs delusional 22-year-olds who hate themselves and have 20 million cats and blog about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a genocidal show about white privilege. It's like, who cares about these people? We have to just ignore them. At a certain point, it's like at a certain point, what I'm saying is no one's really getting to the core of anything. That's why I like to talk about health, We're going to have Make America Debate again. We're going to talk about wealth and finances and the next generation of like weirdo fiat currency that doesn't really matter and it's all computer-based and being manipulated. We're going to have these conversations because I can't just sit along with that. They're like, the Clintons did it. The Clintons did it. It's like, then get your proof. Like, why? If she's killed 40 people, like everyone's like, she's killed 40, 50 people. I mean, you look into the amount of people that have died. I mean, everyone knows it. Everyone said it. Norm Macdonald said it. Joe Rogan said it. It's highly suspicious. But at the end of the day, is there no one that can get proof of it? If not, then what's the point of like spending your whole life talking about it? It's like you had like probably the biggest asset possible in the world in one of the highest level prisons. And the guy tried to kill himself, so they moved him to a more secure prison. And in that more secure prison, he either died or disappeared, and the cameras didn't work. And the jail guys were sleeping. It's like, guys, this is like a stupid movie. If this was a movie script, and someone showed it to me, I'm like, this is stupid. I don't even want to watch it. And meanwhile, we're all just watching it. We're like, and then people are like, but Ilhan Omar didn't pay her taxes. No one cares. Everyone cheats. I'm not saying it's good, but it's like, who cares if she stole $50,000? I'm not saying that that's good. You shouldn't steal $50,000. But they're stealing trillions of dollars from us. They're starting endless wars. They're poisoning millions of people via the food and medicine industry. Who cares if Ilhan Omar, did a campaign violation? Like, that's like, well, how many times you can talk about it? Who cares? If you can hold her accountable, hold her accountable. But who gets holding? I don't, like, Obama did this. Someone, I think Rosie O'Donnell cheated and gave Obama too much money. Nothing happened to her. Dinesh D'Souza did it. He went to jail. It's not fair. I'm not saying it's good or fair. I'm just saying, like, how many times are you going to say the same thing and not actually do anything? I'm like, why? Some of these accounts, after I got off my vacation, I'm like, guys, you're talking about the same thing you were 3 years ago, making Hillary Clinton jokes. Meanwhile, your president let the guy die in jail and didn't do anything about it. And he's tweeting about the Space Force, even though we can't go to the moon, or haven't gone to the moon since 1969. Someone said Epstein said he was assaulted. I'm sure he probably was. I mean, the amount of ridiculousness around Epstein, it's like, what's the Larry, Curly, and Moe? What's their name? The Three Stooges? Like, knock out the camera, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, what, guys? I mean, let's just post another Hillary Clinton meme today and talk about Ilhan Omar. It's like, guys, this is 10,000 times bigger than them. All right, we'll read some comments. That's the Comey story. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying it's over. I'm just saying with the Epstein thing, I won't even say I'm disappointed, but I'm a little disappointed. The Comey thing, to me, expected. Some people are mad. Some people are saying, wait longer. I don't care. I'm just saying, show me the facts. I like Trump because he executes on a lot. I'm waiting for this. If he doesn't, I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to blame him for everything. He's made progress, but it's like, man, how could you let Jeffrey Epstein die in jail? That's just ridiculous. And kind of, I won't say scary because I don't buy into fear, but if they could kill or escape Jeffrey Epstein out of jail in the highest security jail, what can't they do? I mean, why should anybody feel safe? And I'm not saying don't feel safe. I'm not crying, oh my God, I feel so unsafe. But it's like you're talking about the highest level prison, the highest level thing, and he El Chapo's his way out of there, gets murdered, and nobody could have any proof of it. It's just like, dude, if I'm president, I'm paying somebody from the FBI or the CIA to stand there with a GoPro. You know what I'm saying? Get through. How much of our tax? I'm tired of. Hold on, I gotta calm down. People are like, Anomaly, Trump's the president. He's too busy to get 3 CIA guys with a GoPro to just stand there and film them 24/7. I mean, trillions of your taxpayer dollars go to these people every 20 years. They can't stand with a GoPro. Make sure Jeffrey Epstein doesn't kill himself or just, escape to freaking, Mardi Gras or something. It's ridiculous. Someone said Epstein's alive. He's in military detention. I hope you're right, but at a certain point, if 15 years go by, we can't be on our rocking chair saying, "Oh man, they got Jeffrey Epstein. Any day now, he's gonna get to Guantanamo Bay, and Hillary Clinton's gonna be arrested, and they're gonna get Obama on the Muslim Brotherhood scheme." It's like, guys, it's the year 2075. Hillary Clinton's been dead for 50 years. No, she's not dead. Trust me. She got cloned, and both of her clones are in Guantanamo Bay, and eventually Trump's going to take a time machine to the future to save Baron Trump, and Baron Trump will be president in 2080, and then we'll make America great again for real. It's like, guys, by that time, we're not even going to have a country. All right, so that's those two stories. I'm going to talk about my man, Larry Johnson real quick, and then we'll answer your questions. So Larry Johnson kind of lit up Twitter. I'm pumped. He must have been smoking weed and or watching conspiracy videos. Maybe not. I'm not co-signing drugs. Maybe he's just a funny guy. But what's his name? Larry Johnson. He was a running back for the Chiefs. He was going off on Twitter. He was like, "Listen, the NFL and the NBA have an effeminate like LGBT agenda," and he said it's being pushed by Freemasons to make NFL players like more effeminate. I was like, this guy's awesome. He's watching YouTube videos, and the ADL's freaking out. What's his name? I don't want to mess it up, but he's probably going to YouTube. He's like, you got to rig the algorithms further. We got NFL players watching videos. He's talking about Freemasons. Make sure they redirect them to the ADL and the SPLC, please. Redirect them. It's like, relax, dude. But yeah, I guess he's been watching some videos, and he's calling out Freemasons for. He's saying that they're rigging the NFL, making it effeminate. What is true is I do think they're pushing the LGBTQ like effeminate agenda for multiple reasons. You're good. One, it's like if men aren't strong, men are stronger than women physically. That unfortunately that's a fact. I know a lot of people are like, well, I can lift more weights than my brother, but overall men are stronger than women, and historically they've protected their family. But if you turn them into a bunch of women, you have a weak society. I'm not saying that you can't be a female man. I'm not saying that you can't be a manly woman or whatever. You get what I'm saying. I don't care what you do. You could be lesbian. I'm a fan of lesbians. Women who like other women. Totally okay in my book. But once again, I'm not God and I'm not the president, so it's not up to me. Where I lost my train of thought. Point I'm getting to is they are, I think, pushing that. So I'm glad he kind of called that out. And the NFL and the NBA is definitely pushing this fake social justice, like communist, Marxist agenda where they're like, look how much we love gay people. Now we're going to get Jay-Z to sell you shirts with truth and Black Lives Matter on it. And Jay-Z's like, yeah, for sure. It's $5,000 a shirt. And they're like, what charity is it going to go to, Jay-Z? He's like, charity is going straight to me and Beyonce's bank account. Who are you talking about? I'm a billionaire, bitch. So it's like Jay-Z's doing what he's always done, making money and making business. Jay-Z's a smart businessman, and the NFL is, for lack of a better word, retarded, and definitely retarding our nation into the opposite of progression with this fake social justice bullcrap. So I'm glad that Larry Johnson called it out. I mean, I can't confirm that it is the Freemasons doing it, but I like Larry Johnson, an NFL player, verified on Twitter, an athlete, talking about the Freemasons. I mean, you got to give this guy a round of applause. Somebody's got to do it. So I like when Steph Curry said we didn't go to the moon. They were like, Steph Curry, shut the F up and shoot 3-pointers. He's like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, we totally went to the moon. And then Shaq said that the earth was flat. He said something. He's like, no, I was totally kidding. Please don't take my sponsors away. I'll pretend like we went to the moon. I like when NFL players start going full conspiracy mode. It's very fun. Chris said you're so high right now. No, I'm actually not high. I'm actually sober. My friend's laughing in the back. No, I'm not high. I'm just fun, sorry. I'm just a blast sober. What can I say? I would tell you if I was high. I'm high off life, and where I'm at, it's actually not even good air. It's like smoke. I'm probably high off the CO2 destruction of my lungs. Someone said, Anomaly, I like when you have a little drink and talk. I'm not drunk either, guys. I'm just actually hilarious and fun all the time. It's like... it just keeps escalating. You're like, Anomaly, I like when you smoke weed and play. I'm like, I didn't smoke weed. You're like, Anomaly, I like when you have 15 drinks and talk to us. Anomaly, I like when you do really hard drugs and go live. It's like, none of those happens, guys. I'm literally sober. I'm just having a good time. What do you think about Twitter getting hacked, says Jimmy Larkey? First of all, thank you for being here, Jimmy. Second of all, it's pretty terrible. Like, if Jack from Twitter can get hacked, then who else can get hacked? He owns Twitter and he can't even keep his account private. That's pretty frightening. But if you learned anything over the last year with the Equifax, pretty much, squandering all of your private information, not surprising. I will say this, though. I was looking at Jack's Twitter because he got hacked. He's the CEO, Jack Dorsey of Twitter. He had one of the cringiest posts ever. It was like him smiling next to some, like hugging some woman. He's like, look how not racist I am. And then it was like him at Michael Brown's grave. And I was like, Jack, are you supposed to be smiling at somebody's gravesite? I don't think you're social justicing right. It's like, these people are so cringe. Like, look how not racist I am. I'm hugging a woman and I'm standing at Michael Brown's grave. Huh? It's like, dude, it's not a party, you idiot. No offense, Jack Dorsey. Please don't kill me. Please don't delete my Twitter. Please don't squander my information, which you probably already did. I love you. I'm sure you're great. I know my buddy Ali's friends with you. Joe Rogan seems to like you. It's all good. I'm just kidding. But if you're going to social justice, don't smile at a gravesite. Just as a friend to a friend, don't smile at gravesites. It's a little weird. And in general, it's like, I'm always so curious. I'm like, do these people actually think that they're doing the right thing? Or do you think they turn off the camera and they're like, I'm a total piece of shit. Obviously, I'm a liar. Like, I don't know. He's like smiling at a gravesite, at Michael Brown's gravesite. He's like, oh my God, it's so crazy not being so not right. He probably turns off the camera and says the N-word. You're like, dude, what the? He's like, oh, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But it's so cringy. It's ridiculous. It's like, dude, I don't believe you. I'm just like wondering if other people believe you or you believe yourself. It's just a thought. But once again, please don't take me out. Please don't squander my information. Don't go through my DMs. I mean, you can. I don't think there's anything too bad there. But, sometimes you just have some private chats that aren't even private. You get it. Gabe Collins said, Clown World. Facts. Carol said, you're hilarious tonight. Thank you. Yeah. I'll travel more. I might try to move somewhere with clean air. Although there's not clean air now. They're having, like, fires all over the place. Someone said I'd rock this shirt. Thank you. I have 2 flower shirts. One thing I like about this, like, once again, I'm not a fashionista, but it's very silky. It feels good. First of all, I'm all about comfort. I'll rock anything. Second of all, it's got, like, you see that? It's got hummingbirds upside down. So, like, if you really want to impress the ladies, like, you could rock a hummingbird right side up. It's a little weird, but upside down is kind of vibey. And overall, I wore the other one the other time, and someone's like, Anomalies. That was a funny comment. Someone said, Anomalies rocking a tablecloth. I thought that was pretty good. I was like, well done, well done. What do you think about Tulsi being out of the last debate? It's rigged. I'll tell you right now. Like, I'll cut to it. When I say this stuff, people always say, oh, you love everything about Marianne Williamson and Tulsi Gabbard. No, I really don't. They're like, she's a socialist. She's working with this, Council of Foreign Relations. I didn't say she wasn't. I'm just telling you why they don't like her. I'm not saying she's the perfect candidate. I'm just saying the reason they don't like Tulsi Gabbard is because she calls out endless war. She knows her facts about the United States protecting Al-Qaeda. She understands that your taxpayer dollars were going to fund terrorist organizations. She calls out Saudi Arabia. She calls out Israel. She calls out the neocons. She calls out even Trump in some ways. So that's why they don't like Tulsi Gabbard. She's anti-regime change war. She knows that your taxpayer dollars are going to funding and protecting terrorists. And she calls out Israel, Saudi Arabia, and neocons in the United States, which is not very popular. I mean, Tucker Carlson does it, and he's going to get kicked off TV soon because he's too honest and legit. They don't like Marianne Williamson because she calls out the pharmacy industry. You can make fun of Marianne Williamson all you want. I mean, she's pretty hilarious, but you got to give her credit. She's not buying it. She's not a politician, so she's like, I don't think that human despair needs all these pills. And Anderson Cooper's like probably 5 Oxycontins deep. He's like, God damn it, Marianne. He's like, shut up. Sorry, I can't curse also. But you get what I'm saying? It's like, that's why they don't like Marianne Williamson. So I don't think the polls are real. I just think they didn't want the candidate talking against the pharmacy industry, which is a bipartisan thing. They're like, you complain about Ilhan Omar, you complain about Donald Trump, and we'll sell everybody pharmacy pills until people get pissed off and start shooting stuff up, and then we'll blame it on gun owners. They're like, okay. And then Tulsi's the endless war. So I said on Twitter, I'm open to hosting a live conversation in a garden. Tulsi Gabbard, Marianne Williamson, some kombucha. We could talk about endless war. We could talk about pharmacy pills, and we could try to dodge, snipers probably trying to take. No, I'm just kidding. But those are the only 2 interesting candidates to me who have any value, and there's no point in watching the debates. If Tulsi and Marianne were smart, they'd get together, like I said, drink kombucha, and live stream an event and get more viewers than this. Why am I not their campaign manager? One, because I wouldn't be, because I don't really agree with everything they're doing. But also, it's like they're going to just sit there and complain on Twitter and get like 1,000 retweets. Guys, Marianne Williamson, I know Tulsi's team. I know they know who I am. I emailed them trying to get an interview. And they're like, oh, normally we used to like you when you liked Bernie Sanders, but now we don't really like you, so we're not going to let you interview her. I get it. Take my ideas and run away with them. You can even tell her staff that you came up with it. Sit her down in a garden with Marianne Williamson, put kombucha on tap, and have them talk about endless war and pharmacy pills, and I guarantee you'll have 1 million live viewers. If not, who cares? All right. We'll answer a few more questions. Someone said, did Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez kill Epstein? Probably not, but that's hilarious. Someone said, come to Hawaii. You can wear flowers in your ear and drink kawa. That sounds amazing. I've been to Hawaii multiple times, the Big Island. My friend's house got volcanoed, though. It was on the Big Island, and he lived in the vacation land area, which is now under molten lava. It sucks. But I would love to come. I think you said kawa. Did you mean kava? Kava root? I love me some kava root. So I would love to come to Hawaii again. Someone said that Anderson Cooper joke was funny. Thanks for the laugh. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it was a semi-joke. It may or may not be true. Donnie Redberg says, do you think there will be a civil war? I don't think so, but, you never know. I think we could figure it out. It's like we hold the future, so do we want to... This is why I'm saying, I feel like a lot of Republicans, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm trying to challenge my friend, I feel like we're just on a slow road down where they're like, Ilhan Omar violated campaign finance. It's like, I get it, but you get what I'm saying? Like, we can't just follow these people and laugh at Hillary Clinton memes all the time. It's like we're sinking. We gotta, we need some winners. We need some conversation. That's what we're doing here. It's okay. We're gonna avoid the Civil War. Don't worry. We're gonna vibe out, have a good time. Chris Schneider said, do you ever listen to Revolution? I've heard a song from them. I know they're like a reggae group. I think I've heard one of their songs. Do they have a song about a bicycle? Something like that. You seem to be speeding. I'm not even driving, Maximilian. You're a cop. Just kidding. Someone said, I have a friend who lost their home in Vacation Land. Small world. Yeah, it's sad times. Vacation Land was epic. I was there 2 weeks before the volcano erupted. I was snorkeling in, I don't even remember where, but it's beautiful. I love Hawaii, and I'm very sad that the area that I knew the best is under volcano lava. How's my foot? It's good. I could run. I could walk. It hurts a little bit, and my pinky toe still doesn't move. It may be damaged forever. It may take a year to come back. I don't know, but it is what it is. How you liking Alaska? I loved it. It was one of the best trips I've ever taken in my life. So amazing. Beautiful, incredible. I went ziplining. I took a helicopter ride to a glacier. Went on an airboat. Went on saw Misty Fjords in Ketchikan. It's beautiful. I mean, Skagway is beautiful. Alaska's so epic. Someone said, are you at the Captain Cook? No. But this is why I can't live stream at public places, because then people know where I am. I'm not a Captain Cook, but that was a good guess. Chad Niwe said, how often do you smoke the green? Chad, are you high? I'm going to throw it back at you. Not often. I used to smoke more when I was younger, but now I like coffee more. Yeah, I'm more of a coffee guy. Anomaly, tell us your thoughts about Oklahoma's lawsuit against Big Pharma. I didn't see it, but what is it? Like the Sackler family's getting sued for killing everyone? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about it, but I saw Owen Benjamin post about it on Instagram. I think he posted about they're getting sued for like $10 to $20 billion. If that's the same one. If not, I don't know. Someone said, I want to go fish for salmon and bring some back. Salmon, you don't even have to fish for them. They just jump out like Magikarp. They like jump out. They're like, eat me. You're like, okay, dude, geez. You're like, I thought you got fish. Just catch them. Brian said, do you like Alex Jones? I've liked Alex Jones since 2008, but I would say I like him less now than I ever have. I'm not saying I hate him, but I don't know. I just don't listen to him that much anymore. But Alex is a pioneer. We'll say that. He definitely paved the way. And I'm always very grateful for people like Alex, because regardless of what you think of them, they planted a lot of seeds. Alex was going wild in like the early 2000s. Nobody else was really talking about this stuff. So Steven, thank you for being a supporter, man. I appreciate you. Andreas said, do you have any advice for going to an event like Straight Pride to seek the truth? I don't have any advice. I would say if you want to go to have fun, you could go and have fun. It's going to be a media event, because it's like the Republicans like PR stunt, it's like gay pride. We're going to have straight pride with Milo Yiannopoulos, who's gay. So, it could be fun. I don't know. I'm not a big, I'm not saying I'm not a big event guy, but like I don't even know what straight pride is, but I know they're having like an event. So I don't know if it's the best place to seek truth, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of cool people there, and it'll definitely get press, because it's one of those like, Huffington Post clickbait articles. They're like, oh, those Republicans and their straight pride, how dare they? It's going to be like one of those. Dustin said tip of the spear. Yeah, I like how Alex says that. I'm the tip of the spear. They come for me. They're coming for you next. I'll take the blows. He's got good toothpaste. Super Blue, really good toothpaste. What do you want to do after this, Rob? I'm still streaming, but do you want to eat or like go somewhere? All right, I'll be here for like 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna roll out. Someone said, do you like or follow Tim Pool? Yeah, I follow him on Twitter. I like Tim Pool. I'm not like a super fan though, but Tim Pool, I like him, but I feel like he's just like he's like a cartoon character. He's like, oh no, Antifa's at my house. Like, I'm not saying it's a good thing. That's awful. But it's like, he keeps announcing where he's doing all this stuff. And then he's like, they're outside my house. Like, I don't know. It just feels like he's always like, oh man. I get that vibe from him. But he does really good reporting. And I pray for him, and I hope he stays safe. And it's not funny. I'm not trying to make a joke out of it. But you get what I'm saying? Those are kind of the vibes I get from him. But he's crushing it. He's doing really good work. But I'm not really that interested in his videos. I like his tweets. I like that he's like semi, he's kind of with it, and he considers himself left wing. What are your thoughts about the Kate Steinle killing? Appeal tossed it, and the guy was deported 5 times. It's awful. It's gotten politicized, because Trump said Kate Steinle got killed, we need to build a wall, and their response was, oh, we're going to let a guy who was illegally here 5 times and killed somebody, we're going to let him off the hook. It's terrible they let him off the hook, but it's politics, it's San Francisco. It's unfortunate, but I'm not surprised, unfortunately. Someone said go to Simon and Seafood or Paris Cafe. Okay. Those are some Anchorage tips. Thank you, Kristen. Will Trump end the Fed? Probably not, but he'll probably tweet about it 10,000 times and make some progress. Thanks, Eric. Chad said, "Are you good friends with Roseanne?" I think so. I'm not gonna act like I get invited over for Thanksgiving or anything, but yeah, no, we're pretty good friends. We're gonna probably chat within the next few weeks. Roseanne has been very, very nice to me, and I think I think I'm someone that she trusts, because there's a lot of sneaky reporters out there. There's obviously a lot of people in her life that have turned their back on her and ruined one of the best shows ever because everyone's too stupid. But yeah, no, we're pretty good friends. But we'll see. I think we'll chat. We'll chat soon. She texted me a few weeks ago. She sends me YouTube videos every couple weeks. Roseanne's on it. She's very wise, and she's down the rabbit hole. She always teaches me stuff, because it's like there's so much stuff out there. There's so many like secret societies and different like little schemes, where like it's exhausting trying to keep up with them. But Roseanne's she's always been on it with me. Like from the first day I met her, she was just cranking out some like deep diving stuff, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know she knew so much. Legend. Someone said they say it's a nice time of year except for polar bears. Oh no, never mind, I was sleeping, but everyone else saw a bear today. I fell asleep on the train. I saw bald eagles. I saw a beluga whale. I saw, what was the other whale? Just a regular whale? Oh, humpback whale. Will you be on the Roseanne Andrew Dice Clay tour? No, I didn't get invited on the tour. I don't think I'm funny enough. I'm pretty funny, but I love Andrew Dice Clay's, I love his video, like, defending Roseanne. He uploaded on Instagram. He was like, I don't want to curse, but he's like, he's like, I'm friends with Roseanne. I'm going to do a show with her. Fuck you. You know, it was, like, so funny. But, yeah, I'm not that cool. Beluga whale? Yeah, no, I had a great trip. I mean, it was, like, overwhelmingly cool. The helicopter ride, I was so scared. It's like, please. Hurricane is offshore. Good news. Yeah, we'll be fine. Have you done any fishing in Alaska? No, that would be fun, though. I'm going to say this. Why is the truth so painful to folks? I don't know. What do you think about the Syrian Kurds, said John. That's a good question. I'm not too familiar with the Kurds. I know that the U.S. has worked with the Kurds, and they always get screwed, it seems like. But as much I do know quite a bit about the Syrian, like, whole little proxy war there, but I don't know that much about the Kurdish people. I know that they don't really have their own country, but they're constantly, like, you know, working with governments, you know, like they're part of the whole proxy war. I'm not too familiar with them, I can't lie. Someone said, how do I stop my grandmother from posting lefty Trump-hating stuff on Facebook? I don't know. My grandma, I would think she was a Trump supporter the way she's acted her whole life, but she's like, I love Stephen Colbert. I was like, why are you watching Stephen Colbert? She's like, I don't like Jared Kushner. I was like, what? Why are you watching Stephen Colbert? So I have the same problem. My grandma all of a sudden is like a liberal. I guess that's what they do. They go for like 15-year-olds, and then they go for like 80-year-olds. It's a sick scheme. You better go fishing? Yeah, I'll try. Go fly fishing? I'm kind of running out of time, but I will. I want to announce, too, and then I'm going to take off in a few minutes. Make sure you get tickets. This is your last chance to get tickets to my live event. It's pinned at the top. I'd love to see you there. It's a bipartisan event. We're going to do a Bitcoin debate with the world's youngest Bitcoin millionaire. We're going to have a vegan carnivore debate. It's going to be fun. I'm going to keep them short and entertaining. I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm going to talk. I'm going to have a comedian who's very funny, very non-PC. Then we're going to do an hour-and-a-half town hall. It's going to be really fun. It's just going to be a question and answer live town hall for the people who come to really ask questions and get your voice out on a big platform. Don't worry. The entire event will be recorded, and it will be posted on YouTube and Facebook. People are like, Anomaly, can I pay to see the live streaming? You don't have to pay. It's going to be free, guys. Relax. So please come if you wanted to come, make sure you get tickets in the last 48 hours. We might stop selling on Monday. I'm not sure. Cheryl said, I wish I could attend. It's all good. It was a success. I'll let you know that. Selling tickets, it was a success, and I can scale it now because in order to scale it around the country, I had to make sure that I could, not lose money. That basically, it's like I'm not out here trying to make a killing. Although, obviously, business-wise, it's always good to make more money than less. Everyone knows that. But I wanted to make sure I didn't lose money. Because if I lose money and then I take it around the country, I'm just losing money. That's not what you want to do. So we didn't do that. We didn't make that much, but at the same time, we got past what the venue costs, security, all the stuff involved, T-shirts. We're probably going to break even, maybe make a little money. I'm splitting with 5 people. But point I'm getting to is this event was a success. So if you can't go to this one, I'll be able to take it across the country. And I learned a lot as far as VIP, and we sold out the VIP tickets, which was awesome. So now I know we could do even more in other places. So we're all good. So if you can't go to this one, I'll take it probably to Florida, New York City, Texas and stuff. And I'll try to take it around the country at the end of the year, maybe early January, February, March. We'll figure it out. How big of a venue do you want? What, for this one or another one? I mean, this one fits it could fit anywhere from 50 to 200 people, but 200 people in this venue would be really squished. So we're probably going to have about 100 in the house, which is great. I mean, it's not a super huge venue. And, I started, I won't even say small, but it's a nice place. I like it. You'll see. Greg said you need a top hat. You can't go wrong with a top hat. Top hats are pretty fire. Let me see. New York? Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll let you know. I got to focus on this one for now. So if you're in the SoCal area, get tickets. If you're not, you can watch it on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll let you know in the future. But all I'm saying is this one went very well so far. And if it goes as great as I think it's gonna go, we'll take it around. Town Hall in Tampa, possibly. Yeah, Florida seems to be like the place. Make sure you wear the Monopoly mustache. Come to Milwaukee. I'll see what I can do. Todd said, thank you for being real, honest, and impartial with your spin. Thank you. Billy said, haven't heard anything about an Epstein funeral. Have you? Have not, Billy. They're so sloppy. It's ridiculous. I haven't, but at the same time, I'm just going to say this again. I'm not a official source. I'm not Reuters, but me as a citizen of America, my thought is if I don't see video footage, I don't think he's dead. I've said that from the beginning. And they're coming out yesterday and saying they don't even have video footage because the cameras malfunction. Give me an effing break. It's such a joke. Let's not even talk about it anymore. I'll answer a few more questions before we roll out. Arlene said you had a Bible in one hand and you used his name in vain in the next few days and said God bless you. Don't think God is pleased using his name in vain. Okay, Arlene. Well, I'll let you know how that goes. I don't remember using God's name in vain, but I must have. So it's okay. I'm sure there'll be times when God's very pleased with me, and there'll be times when he's not pleased at all. I'm only a human. He knows. He made me in his image, but he messed up a little bit. Someone said, Epstein has ruined me on Trump. How do I get my life back? Don't overdo it. Give it some time, but at the end of the day, I've been saying a lot, don't put your faith in politicians. Don't put your faith in political pundits. I know people that follow political pundits like a religion. And the thing is, a lot of them they're not God. Like someone just said, I said God's name in vain. I probably did because I'm not perfect and I don't claim to be. But I want people to know that and, challenge me or listen to other perspectives and put it against what I'm saying. So when you look at, even Trump, he's done amazing. And I remember they're very different. But when I like Bernie Sanders, I know, not a good idea. But I only stayed in his echo chamber. I didn't consider anything else. I thought he was going to save the world. It's very dangerous to feel that way because then you're just blinders on. And then when they disappoint you, you wasted a year of your life. And you're like, oh, this dude is an idiot. I can't believe I thought he was cool. Trump is obviously better than Bernie, but if you think he's going to save the world and you're putting your blinders on, you might see what he's not doing. That's why I say stuff. I'm not saying to dislike him, but I watch other people and I realized he's taking $100 million from Sheldon Adelson, who's a big, casino mogul, really pro-Israel guy, who's even richer than George Soros is. So if I would critique a left-winger for taking George Soros money, why would I not at least consider that Trump's taking money? And then you start seeing other things. It's not to say you don't like him, but when you really like Trump and you only listen to channels that only say, oh my God, he's taking down unemployment, you don't ever get the counter argument. And it does become dangerous because then when you get disappointed, you're like, oh my God, I thought he was going to save everything. But sometimes you feel that way because you're only in the zone. And I'm not saying to give up on him or anything, but, I think as you get sobered and things start happening, you realize, oh, okay, he's not going to do everything. He can do some things, throw me some bones and get some stuff done, but he might disappoint in some areas. But I don't know. All right, one more question we're going to roll out. Chandra said anomaly for president 2024. Hell no. Hell no. All right, we'll end on a good question. Let's see. Who's got the good question that we're going to end on? I like what Cheryl said. That's not a question, but she said, I listen from far right to far left, and then I get irritated. I bet. Sometimes the best thing to do is tune everyone out because you log into Twitter and you realize how dumb some of these conversations we're having, it's like a proxy war within a proxy war within a proxy war within a proxy war. It's like we're fighting a war over nothing. We're fighting a war with the Huffington Post. It's like, it's funny to make fun of, and it definitely is entertaining and has comedic value. But overall, a lot of people, they're just like using us like proxy warriors. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to break the matrix and like sidestep these fake wars and start hitting them where it hurts. And sometimes hitting them where it hurts is as rare as just like not even caring, Sometimes engaging is actually helping. So it's like, you don't even have to like literally, I'm not talking about literally hurting somebody. I'm talking about like, sometimes the best way to fight the war is just to tune out completely, have a good day, focus on something else that matters, and get them from like a really wise standpoint as opposed to like an unwise proxy war. But hold on, I'm going to read Patrick's comment because it sounds pretty fire. I'm going to read it to my buddy in the room too. Patrick said, Alaskan king crab with a pound of melted butter sounds nice right now. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, there's at least 15 to 20 exclamation points, and it's in all caps. Alaskan king, are you sure a pound of melted butter? You think you could do a pound of melted butter?
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like a heart attack. Someone said your song with the lyrics, I like Trump, should be the new 2020 campaign song. Absolutely. I mean, he should absolutely embrace that song. I told Bernie Sanders he would be cursed if he didn't embrace the Bernie Sanders trap anthem. He never did. He ended up being a total loser. Trump, I'm not trying to say he will be cursed if he doesn't embrace the Donald Trump song, because it's obviously a heater, but it's like, why would you not play that song at every second? I mean, it's okay if he doesn't. I get it. It's a little bit edgy. But, I mean, the dude calls, like, fully grown people son of a bitches. I think the least thing he can do is play my song. He's like, F you, you're ugly, you're disgusting, your face was bleeding at my wedding. If he says that crap, he could play the Bernie Sanders trap anthem. It's not too edgy for him. Overall, my buddy Trapped, who did the song with me, he did Come Together with me. He did the song Headstrong. If you guys know the song, Headstrong, I take you up. Me and him want to perform for Trump. They just got to invite us. He'll play Headstrong, I'll take you on. Then we'll do our song Come Together, which is just a full-on Americana song for everyone. And then I Like Trump. Imagine that. Headstrong, Come Together, I Like Trump at a Trump rally. We will get it lit. I mean, I don't get what they're doing. That's like Fox News. I knew they were weird when they never had me on. I'm not saying I need the attention or the time, but it's like, guys, I have a song called I Like Trump. Meanwhile, they have like Laura Ingraham getting owned by Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on Twitter. I actually like Laura Ingraham. I don't dislike her, but it's like these people just like lob Alexandria. She like corrected her on some stupid grammar thing, and then Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez called her a neo-Nazi and got like 100,000 retweets. I'm like, guys, you're losing the culture war to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is not very bright. Like, you shouldn't be losing to her. But the reason they lose is because there's a song called I Like Trump, and instead of embracing it, you're like, let's get Laura Ingraham to tweet something stupid. So it's like, why don't you just turn up the speakers, play I Like Trump really loud, and you don't have to even answer. It's like if Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez starts talking, just play my song at max volume, and you won't be able to hear a word she says. Mute her. Next time she's talking, I think the world's gonna end in 15 years. Mute her. Don't even listen to her, and blast my song at max volume. I guarantee you'll win the culture war that way. So annoying. It's like I don't need... People think like, oh, you're just mad because they want you to have you on. Trust me, I don't need any more attention. I'm fine. I'm just saying, do you want to lose or do you want to win? I don't understand. It's like, do you want to... I'm not trying to diss people, but some of these organizations, conservative organizations, they partner with everyone but me. It's like, who's not a Turning Point what is it? Turning Point Association, whatever. Who's not a Turning Point person at this point? They'll sign everyone under the sun. They'll sign 15 rappers that no one cares about. It's like, guys, the best Trump song, no one cares. It's like, well, do you do politics? He's like, no, I can't even spell my name right. Though you could be a Turning Point ambassador. It's like, what about Anomaly? He only has 250 million views. Helped Candace Owens blow up, helped Brandon Straka blow up, has the #1 rap Trump song that people actually like, has friends in the hip-hop industry who actually like him. Oh, no, we won't book him for the events. We'll book some rapper that literally no one likes. So he'll go to like a campus and be like, guys, you want to be a conservative? And everyone's like, no, I'm going to listen to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Someone said, go eat some crab for me, lots of butter. If I eat a pound of butter, I'm gonna literally die. It's not possible, but maybe I could go for some crab. You're right. Someone said, where can we hear your music? It's on Spotify or it's on YouTube, but you'll probably have to scroll 20 things down for the YouTube one because, the ADL combined with all the other alphabet organizations rigged YouTube. But it is, just search Anomaly. I like Trump. It's fire. When are you going to tour? I don't know. I don't have like a manager and agent. Everybody just thinks I'm retarded, so I have to do everything myself. I did tour with Trapped for a little bit. The band that did the song Headstrong, they're on tour with Puddle of Mud, Saliva, and Tantric. I did 2 shows in front of like 2,000 people apiece. House of Blues Anaheim, I did one. House of Blues San Diego, I did one in Pennsylvania. My dad and my stepmom came. That was very cool. So I did kind of semi-tour a little bit for like bigger crowds than I ever have this year, but then I just left. It wasn't like my tour. I just have a song with them. So we're writing another song when he's off tour, and maybe I'll go on the other one. I don't know. I'm not that concerned about it. I'm having a good time. I'm in Alaska, so I don't. It's crazy for everything I'm doing. I don't have an agent. I don't have a manager, but I don't specifically care because I'm doing well. So it's like if I don't get booked, it's fine. I'll just cry about it on Facebook to 289 people. What could be better? So listen, are you interested in coming to Wyoming? I'd love to come to Wyoming. I just gotta figure out how. Trees don't fork in West Virginia. Love me some West Virginia. Did you see Hong Kong? For sure. All right, it's because of you're here. It's all good. All right, I'm gonna take off, guys. God bless you guys. God bless your family. God bless America, and God bless the world. Hope you enjoyed today. I've actually been to Oregon. Someone said come to Oregon. I've been to Portland. I liked it. It's okay. Me and Antifa could get along. I'll sit down and drink a caramel frappuccino with them and like a nice little cashew milk latte. And I'm like, guys, I'll talk to Antifa. I won't be like Tim Pool. No offense. I like Tim Pool. I'm not trying to be mean. Antifa, leave Tim Pool alone. He's a nice kid. You guys are being retarded. But I'd sit down with Antifa and be like, guys, you realize that you're fighting a war for some people who don't give a crap about you, right? Like you're not stopping fascism. You're literally just fighting Tim Pool. I can't think of something less important. Tim Pool's like a mid-aged dude who wears a hat all the time. It's like they're like, we're fighting fascism. I'm like, no, you're just harassing Tim Pool. I can't think of something that's more opposite. It's like, what do you guys think about the Rothschilds, all the elites, the banking, the food industry, the medicine industry? Like, what do you guys think about the endless wars? They're like, we're just gonna fight Tim Pool. It's literally like a retard circus. And I legitimately feel bad for Tim Pool. I like him. I'm just saying, it's like, I can't think of a dumber fight besides, like, Tim Pool versus Antifa. Like, that's like, if it was on TV, I wouldn't even watch it. I'd be like, this is really dumb. You guys get it. All right, have a good night, guys. God bless you. And, if you're in the SoCal area and you were thinking about getting tickets and you don't come, it's fine. But if you do want to come, they're right there, and they're probably going to be off sale within the next 24 to 48 hours, so you got to get them soon. Thank you guys again. I'm going to go eat some crabs since everybody wants me to eat crabs. I guess I don't have a life of my own. I got to listen to everyone else. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for the suggestions. I probably will eat crab or some sort of fish while I'm here. And Wednesday, Make America Debate again. Looking forward to seeing everybody here, especially the people who came from Louisiana and Pennsylvania. Can't wait to see you guys, and I'm definitely going to give you a free shirt and maybe a hug because that's a really far distance. I appreciate that. See you guys. I'll be back soon.